Well, good morning, friends. Today I encountered a question that what is an addiction? Well, there are so many ways to define an addiction. One of the ways in which I wish to describe an addiction is a loop. Just like when we are hearing a music on our mobiles, we have an option which is called loop, which repeats one song over and over and over and over and again many times. So the loop works in the same way. It repeats a thought, any kind of addiction towards, it may be towards a person, thinking towards a person, or it may be a drug addiction, a drug abuse, or anything else. Basically, addiction is a loop. The, the, at the core of this loop is attachment. And the attachment, why this attachment is because we want to derive something pleasant from it. We want to derive something that is very tasty for us in some ways. That gives us some sort of, you can say, relief to our brain, to our mind. Suppose in case of a human being that has come to our life, and because of the difference in opinion, he or she departs. Now the loop starts. Now the attachment starts working. Now we are running behind him or her. Why? Because of this sense of relief that we want to derive from them. In Hindi, it is called Sukh Buddhi. So we want to derive something that gives relief to our mind so that the pain subsides slowly and slowly and slowly. So this is the main area to be encircled with the red pen. It is attachment. And attachment is always painful. There is an exception. One type of attachment is not painful. Let me give you an example. If you want to get out of this loop, this addiction, this repeated thought process which is giving you pain, which is giving you fear, which is humiliating you inside, which is eroding you from inside, which is burning you from inside, which is a sort of taking calcium out of your bones. The only way to come out of this loop is that in the same person, place, or object that you are attached with, it is very tough to do, but I am explaining you. If you will be able to do, you will be the first one to come out of this pain. Just think that your God is residing inside that person in the form of a soul. But that person is under the influence of the mind. And mind is different from soul. So how can you think negative for your God? Although that person is under the influence of mind, he is thinking something negative for you. And if he or she is thinking negative for you, she or he is burning herself from inside. From inside. And when she or he wake up in the morning, she or he is burning from inside with your thoughts of negativity. But you can escape from this loop process by just switching with one thought that my God lives everywhere on this planet, and my God also lives in that person, place, or that object. And how can I think negative about him or her? Whenever you think like this, you will find some relief is coming into your heart, into your brain, into your mind. And you start thinking positive. And your actions start becoming positive towards that person. But whenever the person comes in front of you, attacks you, in that case, your God is coming in front of you and trying to test you whether you take appropriate action under that conditions or not. For example, a student into your class, he's throwing something on another student which might hurt the other student. You know the student who is throwing something has a soul inside it, that a God is there inside it, residing inside him or her. But in that case, you have to perform your duty. The God is testing you whether you are performing your duty exactly or not. As a teacher, you should take appropriate action. You might came with a little bit of assertive voice. Next time when you do it, I will, right? So God is testing you in every situation. If you still not, then we will make it sure that you will not do this. The God is testing you every time, whether you are performing your prescribed duty or not. Therefore, whenever that person, he or she comes in front of you trying to confront you, be very careful. The God is testing you in this situation, whether you are able to protect yourself, your family, or everything from that particular threatening situation or not. It is your duty to fight under that circumstances. and protect yourself and your family from that particular person. If he or she will come in a good mood, then we will appreciate her or him and worship like a god. And if he or she comes in a different mood, then we will worship him or her in a different mood altogether. So this is how the God is testing you, and this is the only way that you look your God in every person, place, or an object. By doing this, you can come out of this loop of addiction and attachment, because you are now attached to the God directly through that person, through that place, through that an object, and not with any human being, and not with any place, or not with any object particularly, but through all these three things you are attached to your God. And attachment to the God is always painless. Other types of attachment other than God, all the attachments are painful. This is your brother's channel. You can come here and we will discuss more questions that will give you relief. Thank you very much. All the best.